All right, hopefully this thing's working. I'm trying to do a screen share and have you see my face all at the same time, so hopefully this is coming out good. If not, then I'll have to go back and re-record this. So this is going to take about 5 minutes, but I wanted to give you an invitation, and I'm sending this out to a few of our vendors that we have great relationships with, and it is an invitation to our grand opening. I would like for you to watch this entire video. Sorry for the background noise, by the way. I think they're cutting cabinets over next door or something. But anyway, wanted to give you an invitation to not only attend our event, which that is the open invitation that you're more than welcome to. We'd love to see you, and you'll be getting an invite from us as well. But also a Pheno invitation, which is a feel invited, no obligation invitation to be a sponsor for this event. And we came up with a pretty cool program that I think is going to be pretty attractive. So we're just going to do this on a first come, first serve basis. I'll first share with you what we're doing, and then after I go through that really quickly, then I'll kind of show you what we need in order to make it possible and what we'll be able to give you in return, and hopefully you'll find it very exciting. I think it's pretty exciting. So I try to put myself in our vendor's shoes and basically say, okay, what would I be excited about, and what would be the things that would cause me to get more business or develop a few key relationships. So anyway, we'll go through that here in just a second, but like I said, hopefully this is going to work here. So it has begun. That is kind of the motto of what we've been talking about on our team, the Dean's List group. And I'm just going to read this to you just in spirit of making this efficient. So this is what we're up to now. As you probably know, we recently embarked on a journey as a team, and we're now powered by eXp Realty. Although change is never comfortable, we knew it was the right move to carry on our mission to create the tribe that we're looking to create with the most influential, ethical, and purpose-driven real estate agents and also business owners in our community. We really just want to bring together the most influential people of this community to inspire all boats rising with the tide, which I believe we have some challenges as a community, as a nation, as a society, and I believe that it's people like us that have the power to make the difference, or at least be the change that we want to see in the world. So this is our version of that, and we believe that the future is bright. Our goals for our group, the Dean's List group, we're expanding to 10 full-time agents in 2020. So we're looking to bring on 3 more agents by March of 2020. And we were just awarded the first branch office in St. Lucie County for eXp Realty. eXp Realty is one of the fastest growing real estate companies in the United States. Right now, they just hit I think they're almost at 24,000 agents. This time last year, they're at about 10,000 agents. So the company is growing very quickly, and the company just provides an awesome value proposition for agents. And it's really a company that's meant to attract influencers, people that have influence in their community. And ultimately, it was right for us because we have that influence, we have great relationships, and we have what we believe is a really worthwhile mission. So this just gives us a better platform to be able to spread our message. So our focus right now is doing what we do best, which is selling lots of homes, while also attracting the best agents in the Treasure Coast to do the same thing. So as I mentioned, we believe that all boats rise with the tide, and with this new association, we've got a bigger platform, a more powerful platform to spread our message and embody our mission more than ever before. And we are so excited about this. So, which is why we're having a grand opening. So, so the core values that attract agents to us are, number one, our abundance mindset and culture, and I think that is so key. We don't live in a scarcity mindset. We believe that there is enough business to go around. In fact, if you talk to any agent that's ever talked to us or asked us for advice, we show them everything. We don't hold anything back because we're not afraid of people stealing away business. In fact, we want them to be better than us so that it makes us better. We believe that the competition is what helps us become better in our business, so we can ultimately serve our community the highest and best way possible, which is what the state of Florida entrusts us with a license to do. So we have the responsibility to invite competition, because at the end of the day, it's the community that ends up winning. Personal and professional growth. So not only building our business, but also building ourselves. And as entrepreneurs, at least what I found out in my, 13 years of being an entrepreneur, the more that I grew myself, the more that my business grew as well. And that's something that my very first mentor taught me when I was 18 years old, is they said, your income will seldom exceed your level of personal growth. So I think personal and professional growth, they go hand in hand, but you can't have one without the other, especially in this business. Number 3 is radical integrity. Basically, do what you say you're gonna do, or say what you mean and mean what you say. 4th is having a servant's heart, not focusing on the self, but instead focusing on the purpose, which is to serve our community at a high level. And then number 5 is just leave everyone and everything better than you found them. And that is, I love this little mantra, because it can apply to everything. So like for example, me, Jen, and the kids, we went on vacation, and we stayed in a hotel room for one night. And even though we knew that the maids were going to come in and redo all the beds and everything, our mission is to leave everyone and everything better than we found them. So we wanted to leave. Our challenge was to leave that hotel room better than we found it, and that just holds true for everything. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. So it's really our mission as a brokerage and as a team to everyone and everything, every conversation, every interaction, leave them better than we found them. So I think those are the 5 core values that really attract agents to us, and why we've been able to grow what we've been growing. And this is a culture, by the way, this isn't just specific to real estate. These are core values that can translate into any industry, any business. And so yeah, happy to always have a conversation about how we do that, how we base our culture off of that, but that's a separate conversation. So let's just keep going. So now I'm going to kind of get into a little bit of a sales pitch, and I was just having fun with this presentation, so just bear with me for a second. But I heard this question, which I thought was so cool, at a Tony Robbins event, and he said, when would now be a good time to blank? I had to throw that in there just because I think it's hilarious. But when would now be a good time to have ultimate clarity on your vision for 2020 and beyond? When would now be a good time to surround yourself with people that will inspire, challenge, and support you? When would now be a good time to have a network where you aren't the smartest person in the room? And that's actually one of the reasons why we left our brokerage, is because we didn't want to be glorified for what we were creating, because we knew that we had more in us. We knew that we were being called to a higher purpose and a higher standard. And who you surround yourself with, that is, I think it was actually Tony Robbins got this from his original mentor, but you are the 5 people that you surround yourself with the most. You are the average of those people. And so I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. In fact, I want to be the dumbest person in the room. I want to surround myself with people that are constantly bringing up their level of standards and level of game that they're playing, because that also, I'll be the beneficiary of it. So when would now be a good time to be a part of a tribe that has a relentless commitment to growing themselves and their businesses? By the way, I'm sorry if there's any typos in here. I just kind of whipped this up real quick just to send out. When would now be a good time to finally decide that you are ready to call forth the untapped potential you have within you? And this just like strikes a chord in me, because this is where we are at. This is why we decided to make this move, why we are deciding to just be louder with our message and impact more people and inspire those agents to build our tribe, is because we are finally ready to call forth that untapped potential that we've just been allowing it to sit in us. And so answer that question for yourself. When would now be a good time to call forth that untapped potential? And when would now be a good time to take the first step to your destined abundance? I believe we all have the ability and the capacity to appreciate and inspire and attract abundance in our life. And that belief is what creates it, or at least the beginning steps of creating it. So when would now be a good time to take that first step? So maybe it's right now. And if it's right now, I've got like 2 more minutes left for you, maybe 3 minutes, I'm not sure. But this is a Pheno invitation, a feel invited, no obligation. So let me just tell you what this is. We are putting on the finishing touches right now of our grand opening party, the biggest event that we have ever thrown before. The people that are going to be invited are going to be our top 30 most influential clients in the community and about 60 of the top real estate agents in the community, which we're already in conversations with many of them that are curious about what we're doing. And we haven't really talked much about this, but we are going to unveil this at our grand opening. And the goal is really just to have a great time, a great celebration, some connection, and build some relationships. So this is going to be from 4 to 8 p.m. on December 19th in our new industrial style HQ here in St. Louis West. So you could actually see a part of, if you're looking at the part that has me, I'm down here. You can see our industrial type garage. We've got, standing desks everywhere. We've got a mezzanine level. It's all air conditioned. We've put a lot of love into this place, and so it's turning out to be really cool. We got TVs hanging up everywhere. So we think that it's going to be a really great venue for what we're trying to do. So the grand opening experience, and notice how the X is capitalized just for EXP. That's kind of how that's our new company, and so I just kind of have a habit of doing that now. But imagine some of the most influential people in our community all gathered in one place for an evening of celebration and connection. And so think of one of the most influential people that is currently in your network and ask yourself, what is possible in my business when I align with one new influencer in the community just like that? What's possible if you align with one new influencer each year? What's possible if you align with one new influencer each month? And by the way, if that's your goal, that's totally doable. And our goal is to be the melting pot for all those influencers so that you can just come in, build the relationships, build that connection, build that trust, and be able to have a direct impact on the people that you serve, how often you serve them, how many people you serve, and ultimately that's tied to the results in your business. So that's kind of the main thing here is we want to create that melting pot. So the things that we're going to attract our agents and our clients as part of this experience is we're going to have catered food by Pastallo, which is a wonderful new restaurant. If you haven't checked them out yet, my buddy Pasquale just opened it up. It's actually in the old Johnny V's in Tradition, right in Tradition Square next to Publix. And it is handmade pasta and pizza. They've got an amazing menu, great ambiance. I definitely recommend checking them out, but they're going to be catering our event. We're also going to have an open bar, beer and wine. Another part of the experience is we're going to have music where people can dance, enjoy themselves. We're also going to have a photographer and a videographer with the backdrop and a red carpet, so we'll have some photo shoots, we'll have some fun with that. There's also going to be 2 vendor tables, and I'll explain a little bit more on who those vendors are going to be and what that entails. But the vendor tables are essentially for you to hand out cards, brochures, swag, which you can do anyway, even if you don't have a vendor table, but that is available. We're also going to be putting together, and this is kind of our hook, I guess you could say. Sometimes you have to bribe these realtors in order to get to these events. So we're actually going to be doing an iPad giveaway to one lucky realtor at the event. So our hope is to attract lots of great influencers, and the iPad just kind of be icing on the cake on top of having a great time with us. And that's really our one goal, is to have a great experience together. So we want you as a sponsor. There's 3 levels that we've identified that in order for us to put on this event, we're going to be contributing our own money to putting on this event, but it's going to be literally thousands of dollars. And so as a way to offset some of those costs while also getting you a bigger opportunity to reach into the container and nurture some relationships with maybe some key people that you either want to build relationships with or you'll find that you'll want to build relationships with. So we've got 5 spots available as a silver sponsorship. The first thing that, so there's 5 kind of value propositions. You can have a branded raffle participation. So if you are a silver sponsor, put together a little raffle basket of things that you want to raffle off. You could have all of your branding on it. You can make that whatever you want. It could be something as little as $15, $20, or you could spend as much as you want. Just really depends on what you want to provide in the raffle. But we will be raffling off a raffle basket for each silver sponsor. There's also going to be a 30-minute strategy call that I have with you to make the most of the event and beyond. So I've got a framework of things that we can do together before and after, and also during the event, to make sure that you're making the most of this opportunity. It'll take us about 30 minutes to get that full plan in place, so that's part of this as well. Also, social media shout outs between Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, our blog. So we'll have a bunch of social media opportunities to shout you out. Free access to all the guests, and this is probably the most valuable thing here. Free access to all the guests, and also access to the RSVP list. So everybody that RSVPs for the event, you'll get that list as well. And then also your name will be mentioned on every invitation that gets sent out. If this is interesting to you, we only have 5 spots available for this, and it's only $150. And that's silver sponsorship. The next level is gold sponsorship. We only have 3 of these spots available, but you get everything in the silver sponsorship included. On top of that, you also get the recognition at the event. That's an audible thank you to our sponsors, and you'll be actually shouted out in front of everybody. You could wave, you won't give you the mic or anything like that, but we'll just give you a shout out where we can recognize you in person, and everybody know who to talk to if they have questions about whatever your business is. You will also be featured in the iPad giveaway to the realtors, and what this means is that it will be quote unquote sponsored by you. So we'll have our 3 gold sponsors. We also have 2 platinum sponsors, so there's gonna be 5 sponsors total that are recognized on the actual iPad giveaway. And then also a 2-minute professionally edited video to use for your advertising, social media, email campaigns, and blog articles. So we have actually a section on our website called the Business Spotlight. We've done this for a few businesses already, but as part of our sponsorship, we will also throw this in with a gold sponsorship. The investment is $350, and just the video alone is worth it, not to mention all the other things that you get with the everything that was mentioned in the silver sponsorship. So you get access to everybody there. You also get the RSVP list, and you can use that however you see fit, the social media shout outs, all that. And then we've got 2 platinum sponsorships available. So again, just to go through all of the things that are in the silver and the gold sponsorship, you get the branded raffle participation, a 30-minute strategy call, social media shout outs, free access to all the guests, and the RSVP list, your name on every invitation that gets sent out. You'll get recognition at the event, and actually if you're a platinum sponsor, it's going to be a little bit extra, which we'll go over here in a second. The iPad giveaway to the realtors, 2-minute professionally edited video to use for your advertising, social media, email campaigns, and blog articles. You'll also, in the platinum sponsorship, the backdrop that we have, if you've ever seen, there's going to be a red carpet, and there's going to be the backdrop with it's going to be our logo, DLG, and then also the 2 platinum sponsors logos as well. So it'll be a really nice setup. People can get their photos taken with the photographer. We anticipate taking hundreds of photos, and just imagine your logo being in every single one of those photos that get blasted out all over social media. So I think that'll be a great way just to expose your brand. So you get the backdrop that we're making. It's going to look super nice. It'll be white with your logo, as well as 2 other logos, one of which is going to be ours. You'll also get a 2-minute elevator speech at the event. So we only have time and space for 2 people to do their elevator speech. So basically your 2-minute pitch of what you do, why you do it, and where you're at, and you'll be able to present that at the event. Also, you'll have an exclusive booth to promote your services. If you have swag that you want to give out, business cards, brochures, you'll have a booth that people can come up to. If you have an assistant, or if you want to run it yourself, it's there for you. Also, this is like a really cool thing. So a cocktail named after your company or service. So I actually wrote down, like, what are some ideas here? Let me see if I could pull them up. So I was thinking, like, I'll just give some examples here. But if you're, let's say, a title company, then your cocktail could be the Title Twister, or the Mortgage Mule, or the Inspector Icebreaker, or the Moving and Storage Martini. So, I mean, we could have some fun with it, but a cocktail that you can get at the bar named exclusively after your company or service. And then also, if you are a platinum sponsor, just because we really appreciate this, appreciate you making this happen. It is a bigger investment, but we really want to deliver for you. So we also will award exclusivity in your industry for the entire sponsorship program for this event. So if you are, an insurance person or an inspector, you can actually have exclusivity for the entire event. So basically let me start this over here. Nobody else, I'm getting so excited. Nobody else in your industry will be able to sponsor the event at any level. And then also your logo and your name on every event invitation. So the investment here is $600. So let me go full screen on this. So anyway, I know I probably went a little bit over on time, so I apologize about the creating unrealistic expectations there. I was just getting really excited and wanted just to share my passion for what we're doing, and we really want you to be part of this event. So I've put together a list of kind of the ideal people that I would love to sponsor the event. It's a fee no invitation, so if it doesn't resonate with you, please, by all means, I will not be offended. Just let me know as soon as possible. In fact, the deadline that Jen gave me, because we're putting all this together, is going to be Wednesday, November 27th. So if you can just let me know by then, really the earlier the better. If you're a no, let me know as soon as possible. But especially if you're a yes, let us know. We just really look forward to having you, and look forward to a wonderful event. And we'd also love to just invite some mastermind about how we can get some of your contacts or people that you think are important, or maybe some people that you want to do business with, some other real estate agents. Please let us know, because we want to make this an event that is really worthwhile for you and worthwhile for all of us. And so this is the beginning of the assemblage of our tribe, and so you have a voice in our tribe. And I just invite you to take advantage of that. So hopefully that all makes sense. I now have to figure out how to stop this video, but please let me know whatever decision you come to, and I just really look forward to December 19th. So hopefully that date can work for you, and hopefully we see you there.